Yo, welcome back to another.
Yep.
I just woke up and I'm really tired.
Top of the morning.
Welcome back to another Thankful Tuesdays, man. Yo, I got a special guest today that, man, is a trendsetter, big time famous, on his way. Y'all done seen him in multiple things, from oil commercials, Will Smith trailers, Bel Air trailers. That's Will Smith. Just a ton of other stuff, and it's more on the way. Like plays, it's more on the way. This right here is my brother, Trey, aka Bobbeh C.
Oh.
What's good, bro?
What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. Like I said, it's early, man.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for having me over this early, man.
Man, yeah, so I was telling Trey, man. So I texted Trey yesterday, and I was like, yo, man, you know what time it is, fam. It's your time, man. What's good with you? When can you meet? He said 9 a.m. I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. But I didn't know that Trey was a morning person, I guess. I know I'm not, so I'm like, I didn't put that much faith into it. I turned my phone on silent and everything.
Bro, when it's time to get up, man, what else you got to do? Like, you can sleep.
I gotta sleep. So the wife come in and like, yo, baby, Trey's outside. I was like, dang, he made it.
Yeah. And you know, and I waited. I'm gonna let you know the growth that happened with me, because I would have left. Okay?
I was planning on you to leave.
I would have left.
I was planning on it, bro.
Normal me.
You know what? I would have made it up in food too. I've been like, dang, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I messed up, but I got some Chick-fil-A for you, and we can meet up later on.
I can do this again, man.
Bro, I was so tired, man.
I'm glad you made it, man. Thank you.
Nah, man. Of course, man. I'm glad you waited. I'm glad the growth is taking place,
Man.
and cause woo, it was rough for me this morning, but
Man.
yo. So y'all know what Thankful Tuesdays is all about, man. It's all about giving roses while people can still smell them, man. And so I texted Trey a couple weeks ago, man, and I was like, yo, man, I don't know if you know how inspiring that you are. Like, cause I've been on Trey since we was young. And then when we first got back, like, cool, it actually started kind of like as a little beef. Like, It was kind of funny, man. Like, yeah, man, like, Trey told me to get over somebody, and they was like, and people was taking that like, yo, he beefing with you. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, at that time, Trey was like a Christian battle rapper.
Man.
And so he hit me up and was like, yo, man, I ain't mean no disrespect. And I'm like, fam, I wasn't gonna do nothing. I don't even know if I can fight like that. So I don't even know. So, I mean, it wasn't no big deal. I wasn't gonna stop talking to her because you said. I mean, but yeah, so it started off a little rocky, and then so from there we kind of stayed cool, right? And then like he hit me up really randomly one day and was like, hey man, I got this opportunity in some ministry work, and come fool with me, come mess with me in here, man. So I go down here. Trey is already setting up programs. Trey's in our USD 500 schools. He's like really out here like helping community, setting up prayer walks, man. He was doing, and Trey probably was like 21, like if that, and already a father, he's married. Like he was like really setting standards for what I was expecting out of like grown men. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang man, this cat is tough, bro. Like rapping, t-shirts, all of these things was some of the first times I was seeing these things, and especially to be coming from a cat so young, it was like, man, this dude is. Like, I want to know what's going on in his mind, man, because it's advanced. I was working at Planet Fitness, man, and I was cool. Like,
yeah, and you looked good. Okay, that's what I was jealous of. I'm like, damn, man, he got it all, don't he?
And Trey was already doing entrepreneurial stuff at like 21, man, if not earlier, man. So like, I told him, I was like, man, I don't know if you realize how much of a trendsetter that you are, because man, like all of those things, even with your acting. Now, Trey's a great actor. I've been to multiple shows. Like I said, every time I see that he's in his trailers or something, I try to make sure that I show love, because man, it's one of those things where like I love big dreams, man. Like and acting can be a big dream. It is a big dream, right? You know what I mean? And like Trey not only dreams it, but he has the guts and the energy and everything else, the faith to pursue it actively, dog. And it's like, how many of us can say that, honestly, man? And I tell them, I'll be like, man, I just want to encourage you, like, man, it's always good to see the things that you've done. You've done so much for the community here in Wyandotte, bro. And I'm telling you, I used to see it on a day-to-day basis, man. These kids that we used to work with, man, me and Trey would spend so much time in these schools. He used to have Dude with the Dreads apparel out, man. Came out with that album, Full Circle, man. It was crazy, man. I was like, what is this nigga not doing? Like,
and they would be at the house. They would be at the house too.
He was the original Justin.
It's true, man. That's all I got.
Switch places.
I'm not jealous.
You have nobody, and he has everybody. Like,
I'm not jealous of him at all, man.
I wouldn't be either, man. I think both of y'all was crazy. Even at that time, I'm like,
Well, all the kids.
Religious, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. You can't come over here, fam. But Mr. Levance, hey, after 6, leave me alone, fam.
Boundaries.
Big boundaries. Trey's boundaries at that point in time was smaller. Mom was like, So, man, that's my flowers to you. Like I said, I love you, fam. And I am, and I'm very, very proud of you, bro. And I'm really, really looking forward to the day that you get your big break because, man, it's coming, bro. And it's just looking good, man. Your future has always been bright, man, and it's just keep getting brighter. And you inspire me more than you really know, man. Like it's been since we've been young, bro. Like it's going on. I'm about to be 30, so it's going on a minimum of 9 years.
I appreciate
that,
bro.
It's been like that for a long time, bro.
Thanks.
So now's your time, Trey.
Okay.
Whatever you need to say, man. If you
I love this show. We need more of this. You pull up and somebody just like, hey, you amazing.
Bro, people, it's nice to tell people. Like my cousin I had on last week almost died, fam, at like 21, and I was telling him, I was like, we don't expect that. We expect all of us to live for a long time, and I was like, that's not the case. And I was telling somebody last night, I'm like, how often have we looked at somebody in the casket and we're like, if only they knew that I loved them. You know, if only they knew, man. And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't trying to do that with nobody. I don't care your age. Like, if you show me love, if we got love for each other, your time is coming too. I don't care if you 20, if you whatever. Like, yo, like if it's a bond, man, your time is coming too on this show because, man, I want to make sure that everybody know that it's love, man.
That's right.
Sure.
That's real. Okay, well, shoot. What's pressing for me right now is Tribe University, man. That's what we're really focused on. I'm really focused on Tribe University, which is my company that I use to teach improv. And with improv, I teach people how to have public speaking skills and problem solving skills and quick thinking skills, and just give them some confidence for being up on stage, for just coming up with answers off the top. I want to really inspire that because I feel like in Wyandotte County there's not a lot of imagination going on, but now it is. Okay, now it is, all right. But like a couple years ago, not too long ago, it's like you come up with an idea and people will shoot it down, or it just won't get no support or whatever. But I decided, like, hey, if you choose to help the kids open up their minds. So number one, when it first started out, it was reading. It was literacy. Because I felt like if you could read, sure, you can figure out anything. But if you can imagine, though, you can see anything. So if you can see it, then it's real. It's real. Like, I saw myself doing movies before I was doing movies. I saw myself on the big stages before I was on the stages with people clapping and stuff. Like, before that, I had to see it. So I feel like I can show the kids the same thing. So that's what Tribe University is. It's fun, it's interactive, it's hands-on, it's vulnerable, it's honest. I let them be themselves, and I let you be yourself. So come on, get with the tribe. TribeUniversity.org. I also do one-on-one teaching, which I love because it's very personal. It's one of them things where I get down to your level. I'm gonna teach you what you need to know, what you are asking about, what you are specific. Oh, snaps. No, that's cool. I'm almost done anyway.
Nah, you good. I just make sure it didn't stop.
Oh, okay. What you specifically looking for, I cater to that. So yeah, man, I got some very satisfied customers, I tell you that.
Yeah, man.
I like to plug people in too afterwards. Like if you say you come work with me, somebody looking for something over here, I'm like, hey, hire this person because I know them. And in KC, the scene is growing. The scene is growing for film, theater, works that are being originally put together, like people writing plays, people making their own film, like all of that is blooming right now, like it's actually happening. So to be able to be here and a part of it, it's like being a part of the Harlem Renaissance back in the 30s, like you didn't even know, I mean, but you knew something was going on, you knew something was happening, but you didn't know how big it really was. Like you was just being yourself back then, you know what I'm talking about? Zora Neale Hurston, we talking about, you know, Langston Hughes. They was just being themselves. They was just doing what they was doing. But it was a part of a big, you know, surge. And I feel like that's gonna happen with us. Kind of like how Spike Lee did. When he had everybody, right? He had Samuel L. Jackson, he had Halle Berry, he had Wesley Snipes, he had Denzel Washington. He had them all, you know, and they just kept on working and pumping out projects. And boom, like look at all of them now, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's it's I feel like in KC, I've noticed so much talent, man. There's so much talent, so much gifts. Like people have a lot to offer, and it's quality as well. And that's the thing that we finally get into. Quality in KC.
Yeah, man. Tough, man. Also, my son has done his class, man. So my son has done multiple sessions of improv.
Yeah,
and he loves it, man. It's a great outlet for him.
He's a monster, man.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you, like
I don't think he's probably better than me, but
dog, we don't know.
But he's done it, and he really likes it, man. So make sure y'all sign your kids up. Make sure you sign up yourself, man.
Yeah,
because it's just fun too.
Yes,
I mean, like, you know,
think about improv. Let me talk to you, man. Because you remember coming to see me do improv at Comedy City, right?
Yeah,
and that was white. It was white.
Yeah.
The reason why improv is so white in America is because who got time to sit around and play with their imagination all day? Literally, who has time? White people with money.
Yeah.
White people with money got time to sit around and play with their imagination all day. That's how they keep getting money. Now, if you broke, you black.
Yeah.
Imagination ain't got time.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine stuff.
You better
trying to imagine some food on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
You ain't got time to daydream, bro. You better get to work. Like, the kids ain't even got time to daydream.
We don't. Man, if I don't get this, hey, my mama gonna be my kids.
When we get home, it's all real life, okay? Them lights is off.
All of them.
So now, you know, I want to offer it to us, you know, give us a chance to play, man, because we really good at it. We always can fix stuff. We do improv on a daily basis. We figuring things out, but it's just life or death. It's not something that we necessarily enjoy. So I want...
I'm not... It is true. It's just the way he said it at first. It's because it's life or death, not because we enjoy it.
But imagine, bro.
Much, man.
Imagine.
But it is. It's very true, man. I mean, I never thought about the fact that when you said, you know, you gotta imagine it when you imagine it. I mean, I sit back and think about how often I did that, and I tell people, like, as many ideas that I have.
Yes.
One thing I feel I lack is creativity. You know what I mean? And you sitting back saying, like, hey, man, if you can see it, you can go ahead and do it that way. As I was sitting there last night, I thought of an idea I want to do, and I was like, and I started to see the idea on people and everything and how I'm promoting that idea. And I'm like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
This can be really big. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, man. Like, because it's hard to imagine if you're stressed and if you're not where you need to be, man.
Because then your imagination gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Your imagination gonna go to worst case scenarios. Your imagination gonna go to,
yeah, definitely.
If they say this, then now I gotta say that. You know, you set them conversations up in your head. You ready for the altercation. You ready for them to whatever.
What do you tell somebody in that situation? Where they in a stressful situation, but you need them to imagine anyway, bro?
Detach yourself from the stress of it. Just because it is what it is does not mean you have to feel the way that everybody has told you that you have to feel about it. You can be in one of the most, you know, quote unquote, horrible situations and the way that you see it, the way that you feel it could be totally different than what everybody else does. Okay, I'll give you a real life example. A husband can get cheated on. And a husband could feel like he's supposed to kill that wife and kill that other man or other woman. That's typical, that's normal. That's normal behavior, and probably a lot of people wouldn't even blame you. A lot of people would give grace for it. Now, what if you chose to not feel like that? What if you chose to take responsibility and be like, you know what? If that's what y'all want to do, that's y'all, but I'm really focused on me. I really have to take care of my inner self. So whatever that look like for y'all, y'all take care of that. For me, I'm gonna be over here focusing on me. So obviously y'all really want each other. Y'all can have each other. That's something that, and I'm still love y'all. I can still be cool with y'all. I can still be friends with y'all, but I'm gonna be over here though with my energy. I'm gonna be protecting it. So it's all about protecting your energy and deciding to protect your energy. You can choose to feel a certain way, but you gotta program that. You gotta practice that. You can't just hop up one day and just be like, okay, I choose to feel this, because then something on the opposite end come to you and you're gonna be like, back to square one. You're gonna be back to where you started. So if you choose, hey, every day I'm gonna wake up and only let myself think about how can this work? What is the best outcome? What's the best feeling? Who else shares these feelings? You think about stuff like that, you really let yourself get your day started and ended like that, then your mind is gonna start moving in that direction. Now what happens when you start thinking away? Well, your actions start to follow. So when you start to think some way, then you start to act on it. Then you start to put yourself in situations around other people who do the same thing. So when I started working, there was always people complaining about the job that they had. There was always complaining about their work. And I thought that that's why people got jobs. Like, y'all obviously got these jobs so y'all could complain all day. So what was happening? I'm around a bunch of complainers. I'll probably start complaining too. I probably don't even want this job no more. So how can I feel different? How can I, so I quit that job, I go to another job and it was the same thing. So I'm like, okay, now at this age, I can take responsibility and be like, oh, that was me. My vibe must have been, my energy must have been that type. Because now I'm working with people who are excited about what they do. I'm working with people who are passionate about what they do. They're passionate about their vision. They know what they want. They got high quality, which is always big to me, the high quality stuff. And they're nice people. It's not like they trying to bite your back. They're not trying to get over on you. Like, they're good folks and they care about what they do. So can I take responsibility for that? Yes, I'm going to take responsibility for that. I put myself in those situations because of my thoughts. And that's all it is. Every day, it's a thought process. If you can control your thoughts, if you can control your tongue, yeah, you're good. That's that.
Bro, that's one of the toughest things to control. I literally just said that to myself last night. I was like, fam, you know what you struggle with the most? Is you talk too much, bro. You say shit just to be
don't
saying
say
shit,
it, bro.
man.
Don't
and
say
I was like, bro, like,
don't say
I
it.
am really working on just being like,
don't say it, bro.
Bro.
This, and even before the word come out, right? It starts with our mind. It starts with our thoughts.
It does.
So if somebody told me, if you don't got something nice to say, then don't say nothing. If you don't got something nice to think, then don't think nothing. Serious meditation. Block everything out. Like, literally, don't hear nothing. Don't see nothing. Don't think nothing. Just breathe and just be. That's the safest way to start shutting up, bro. Meditation.
I need to try it.
And not thinking about nothing. Because the more you think about stuff,
I think about a lot. I'm like, you know what? No. Just stop right there.
Yeah, bro. Let it stop, man. What I used to do early, bro, this 2017, when I first started to like make the change to like take control of my life, I would write down 5 things that I let myself think about every day. I literally would write down 5 things that I let myself think about. Anything outside of those 5 things, I wouldn't think about them. And if I did start to go outside of those 5 things, I always knew I had these 5 things to bounce back to. And I didn't get hard on myself if I did start to, but I made myself focus. It's a really powerful thing, that focus, man.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to finish your book without focus.
Not let up.
How long did that take?
Bro, it took a while.
It was what, 4 years?
It was like 2, 3.
3 years.
Man, I started it at like USC.
Yeah.
And then I got to Blue Door, and at USC it was religious as like mug. That's all it was in scriptures. And I got to Blue Door, and I was like, oh, these kids would never read this. They would never understand this, man. Like, this is not something that they would read, and this is who it's for.
Yeah.
It's not for your preachers or your pastors' kids that have somebody there. Yeah, like, that's pointless. It's for these kids, bro. When I say I went through erasing 6, 7 chapters, I erased 6, 7 chapters, and I mean, like, it hurt because I went from 200 or so pages down to back to like 30.
And that's
and I had to restart the whole thing.
People gotta realize that's life. That's what we gotta do.
Yeah, man.
It's so many times.
It's tough, especially when you get older in life because you feel like you shouldn't have to do this. Why'd you make this mistake in the first place? Dummy.
We'll do it right the first time.
Yeah, like, but you know what? I tell people, like, I just went back and got a trade. My wife is working on like another trade right now. And I tell people, I tell her and I told me, I'm like, while I was in there, I was like, you have to give yourself grace to make mistakes, man.
That's it.
Like, you're 29.
Yes.
It's okay, fam.
It's fine.
You found another route to try to take. That's fine, bro. Don't go so hard on yourself because the harder you go on yourself, you're not gonna get nothing done anyway, bro. Like, it's okay. Like, I was in a whole trade program with construction. I had never used a drill before. I didn't realize I never touched the drill. And I was like, and I got a son, and these 18-year-olds is like, here, pass me the drill and the saw, and they doing all this, and I'm like, man, that's embarrassing, bro. But like I said, I was sitting back and I'm like, fam, this is okay. They've been doing it their whole life. You haven't. So what? Learn.
That's it. There's things you've been doing your whole life.
Learn, fam.
It's cool.
Like, you're here to learn, fam.
Yeah.
So if you came here to learn, hey, ask the teacher. You really don't know.
Ask the teacher. It's simple, right,
bro?
That's something we get as adults.
I had to let my pride go to the side, man. Because I was like, I don't want to do this. Not this, the job.
You're about to quit.
I saw bro, first time I did, I saw that wood broke and like flew across the room everywhere. I was like, it didn't do that with nobody else.
Nobody else. That's wild.
Is that you, Jesus?
Is this a sign?
Is that you? What were you trying to say? Oh, I wasted my time. I shouldn't have quit that job.
Hey, but you trying, bro. You inventing yourself. You look up the stuff.
Man. Yeah, not that doubt, man.
It's a beautiful process.
It's fun, bro. And like I said, but that like I said, bro, you inspire more people than you know, dog. So
thank you.
Make sure you keep that up, fam. Anything else you gotta say, bro?
We got movies coming out. Look out for Vi. That's VY. Look out for the other Vi movie I'm in. That's VIE. 2 different movies, 2 different plots, 2 totally different characters, but they got the same name.
That's tight.
Right? I'm in a movie on Tubi called Deadlock. You can check that out, and also a movie called The Devil Comes to Kansas City. Be looking out for that this year. Yeah, we having good times, man. Shout out to everybody that fuck with your boy. Oh man, I'm just glad, bro. I'm just really happy. I'm in a good place, and thank you for letting me come through. I feel like we're gonna do some things, man, because we got too many ideas. We got too much good energy, and too much passion. Like, we care about so many of the same things, so it only makes sense that we keep on working together. And now I'm back over in Wyandotte, in case y'all didn't know. I'm gonna be over here for a little bit. So we got some stuff to play with, man. I really want to figure out what we can do with the books, man. Me, you, and Justin, bro. Like, the books, the literacy,
it's coming,
the storytelling.
Yeah, it's coming. And it's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, this ain't the last time Trey gonna be on this, man. We got more ideas we working on, and
that's how my brain works. You said that earlier.
I ain't trying to be conceited, but when me and Trey do some stuff, man, it tends to be lit, fam.
We do our thing.
When we was in the community, bro, we had these community events rocking, fam. Like, and what's tight is what I noticed is like even if it's just us, we'll do it anyway.
That's true.
Like, you know what? We gonna rock with it anyway, fam. Let's go ahead and do it. Like, man, we've done programs, we've set up events where it's like we didn't get the outcome or the show up that we was expecting. It's like, well, it's gonna be lit for those that showed up.
Hey, they gonna enjoy it.
Hey,
I'm gonna enjoy it myself.
So you want to see something lit? Keep showing up.
Yeah,
Cause it's coming.
Love y'all. Peace, man.
Appreciate you coming through, fam. Love you, fam.
Love you too, man.
Glad you stopped by, bro.
For sure.
See y'all next week. Peace.
Follow me, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Get on my
What's
website.
your hashtags, man?
Just go to my website, www.tribeuniversity.org. Yeah.